Okay, so now that we have learned how to use the camera to document our art, let's use the scanner. I have my computer connected to the scanner. When that happens, not only will image capture show up, but also the Epson Artisan 835. There are a couple of things that I want to do first. Those come over here on the right hand side, making sure that by default I have the flatbed scanner, I have the color selected. I'm going to use 300 DPI for this demo. Typically speaking, the larger the DPI, the better, because you get a larger file. Everything that we need for class, 300 should be more than ample. Right now, by default, you have US letter as the size, and it's scanning to the desktop. I've already set up a file folder on the desktop. I'm going to call that random name. You do that by clicking here on Other, and then once you come over here to the desktop, you can click on New Folder and then type in whatever you want, and then clicking on Create, and then you can choose that. I am going to come up here and use the one that I had before. So I'm going to choose that, and then I have the format here. I happen to know what I want to call this: Arthur Tress Fish Tank Sonata, which is a long title, but you'll see in a moment how I'm going to take a picture out of this book that he did and use that for my image. So I'm going to open up the scanner. I'm going to position my book in the back left-hand corner, feeling for the edges of the scanner bed, and then once I do that, I'm going to click on Overview. As it does a quick scan of that, you'll see with a dotted line around the perimeter what the scannable area is. This one happens to be, I believe, a square book, and I'll show you how to change that in a moment. But now we have my image, this funky head sculpture and a fish inside of a fish tank on the beach. This was a great series that he did. He took this metal and glass fish tank all over the country with different props and put different props in there and photographed it in different places around the country. So since this is an odd size, I am going to choose custom size over here, and as soon as I choose custom size, it's going to allow me over here to determine that size. I don't know how big the book is, but I'm just going to assume that it's 8 by 8, because I don't need this page down here. I only want my picture, and I want to get rid of all of this background as well. So now it's giving me a square image, and I can move that, resize it by changing these corners anywhere where there's a blue dot, and that will automatically change my sizes over here. Or I can just click and drag into the upper left portion of my image area, and an 8 by 8 square, it's going to give me too much. You can see it's going to scan more than I want here, but I will also need to automatically pull this into Photoshop in terms of orienting the image in the correct direction, so that's not a problem. I don't want much background area to need to crop out, but this will work for me. So once I have that all set and I have it being saved where I want it, then I'm just going to press Scan, and this will only take a moment, and then it'll scan and a screen will pop up and tell me that it's been scanned, and at that point I can open up Photoshop and rotate and play with the image from there.